Good morning. This is Patricia Love, your life's cheerleader, and welcome to In the Locker, where we actually get to the heart of lots of different things and kind of chat about different things. And I'm so excited that I've got Heather Downs with me today with Heather Downs Jewelry. Yay! So I'm so excited because this month we've been talking about color a lot and how it makes you feel and all this stuff. So Heather is really into color and jewelry. And first off, Heather, tell us just a couple things about yourself. I mean, just tell us like who you are, where you live, and what do you do?
Well, I live out here in Issaquah, which is just east of Seattle. I'm kind of nestled into the trees, and I find nature really inspiring. I love color. I use color a lot in my jewelry, not necessarily by the pieces I'm wearing today, but black does have certain symbolism as well. So I just get really inspired by playing with different colors. Sometimes different colors speak to me, and then one thing leads to another, and I've created something new. So
that's awesome. So it sounds like that's almost what makes you get up in the morning.
Almost.
Okay, so according to jewelry and stuff, what's your purpose or your why of why you do what you do? How kind of you got into it?
Well, my why is really that creating makes me happy. It doesn't have to be necessarily jewelry. Right now, that's definitely my passion. But ever since I was little, I always loved creating, whether it was, you know, those finger paints when you're in kindergarten, or stitching those necklaces out of thread and what is it, like macaroni or something. But
I remember that.
That's right. That's right. We all did it. But then things developed, and I started, you know, painting and sewing and getting lost in, you know, the craft stores. I just find those so exciting.
It's so funny because I love people like you, Heather, because I am not crafty at all. Now, I'm creative in different ways, you know,
Absolutely.
like colors, staging and different things, but I can't do that. So I just envy the things that you do and people that can craft and put things together like that. I just find that fascinating. So, in fact, you know, yeah, that kind of brings me to this question. You know, people who are listening, they actually are always curious about color and how it kind of works. And the question I'm really asking is, I find that color itself can change you and make you feel different. Do you have some thoughts about this and how color kind of affects people and how it works kind of?
Yeah, so I think that color can be very personal. The meanings of different colors can be very personal, associated with our history and our emotions in the past. But each color also has its own distinct sort of meaning as well.
Give me a couple of ideas on that. Throw me some colors and give me some meanings. I'd love to hear them if you have.
Okay. Well, let's start with black, since I'm wearing black.
Yes, I love black. Black is my color or non-color.
Right, exactly. You're wearing black today too. So black is it's a very courageous color. It's a very strong color. Also, when I think of black, I think of the little black dress, which is both, you know, it's seductive, it's alluring. And then that kind of goes into, you know, black is sort of mysterious. It relates to the hidden. So there's a lot of kind of fun and intriguing aspects of black. Depending on the color, each color can have kind of more of a positive meaning, and some of the colors can also have like a more negative meaning. I really try and focus on the positives of my life, so I haven't necessarily delved into the negative meanings of different colors, just because that's not me.
Right. Well, give me. So what does red mean? Because Patricia here
Right.
wears a lot of red lipstick and a bright lipstick, and I just find that I throw color on like an accent. Like I'll wear black a lot because I do feel courageous or classy or something, but I like to throw a little red color in there. So what do those kind of colors bring to mind?
Yeah, I think that color is a really fun way to accent, you know, what we're wearing. And red is a very powerful color. It stands for confidence. It, that's right. It really helps to produce a lot of energy and inspires people to take action.
Oh, that's awesome. So I like that because I wear it all the time. So I guess every morning when I get up, I'm taking action.
That's right. That's right.
I have, it's funny because, the color, I find that I think some people just don't realize what color can do for them. I think that, like, for instance, when I've shown houses in the past and as a realtor, there's a lot of white walls or gray walls, but sometimes they don't change the colors, and I think they kind of wonder why they feel the way they feel. And I think that people should, challenge themselves and try some colors a little bit, because all colors affect us, right? Like blues might be more softening or relaxing, and brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that kind of true is how it just makes you feel?
Yeah, absolutely. I think different colors make us feel different things. So being surrounded by different colors could change our energy level, our moods. Being surrounded by blue, like you said, it's a much more calming color. And so you might feel more calm. Whereas if you're in like a bright pink room, or maybe a room with a red accent wall, you're probably gonna feel more energetic, just because those colors exude different energies, and you're gonna absorb that.
My house in the past, I just moved,
Mm-hmm.
and my house that I'm selling is full of color.
Yes.
You walk in the door, I actually literally have oranges and brighter oranges, and so because I love walking into complete energy.
Yes. Yes.
And so, and the people, that's interesting, the people that have come to visit me find it very energetic too, because I find that it really exudes emotions. Like they all come in there, they say, I'm really happy here. And I say to them, I think it's because of the colors. Yet they say to me, oh, but you're so more daring than me to try this. And I'm like, no, you could try like one wall, or you could try, or try a red blouse on versus a black blouse or something.
Right.
So I want to encourage people to try color.
Absolutely. And the thing about like painting a wall is you paint it. If you don't like it, paint it again.
Paint it a different color.
Yeah. Not in this house, but in a different home that I lived in. I think I painted one wall like 5 different times. It just wasn't right. And then I finally got it right. And
were you standing in front of it going like, oh, this isn't feeling right. I'm not getting the energy here.
Exactly. Well, it was the wall that you saw right when you came in the door. And it just, I don't know. It just wasn't doing it for me. And
I think it is a feeling, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Color is a feeling that it's different for everyone. Like me, I like reds and colors, and other people like tans and browns because it's more soothing for them. They seem to like that. So yet I noticed that people wear color if they have more of a beige house, which I find interesting too.
They wear more color if they have a beige house?
It seems like they do. And because I've been more observing this, because in Life's Cheerleader, we're always constantly helping people to become more aware of stuff. And so this month we've been doing colors every other day and how it makes people feel.
I've been watching those emails.
some of the people are like, wow, I'm just more aware of the colors outside, of the people the colors wear. And so I've been noticing that more people, like if I knew them personally, that they have maybe more beige, but they wore more color. And I thought, isn't that interesting how they're kind of like balancing it just a tad bit.
Yeah, I think, I think that the color that we surround ourselves really affects like our mood and our energy. But also, I think that the colors that we wear, I think there's a little bit of a difference. I think that the colors we wear actually kind of reflects what's going on inside of us. It says something about us, and it tells people without us having to speak a little bit about who we are and possibly where we are in our life.
Oh, well, that's interesting, Heather.
That's just more of my personal opinion, but, we don't necessarily stand in the mirror all day and look at what we're wearing. And so I think that because of that, what we're wearing doesn't necessarily affect us as much as it speaks to who we are, whereas the colors we surround ourselves with, possibly on the walls or in nature, or I've even used color during meditation, to affect how I feel. So
now that's interesting. So that's very interesting in meditation. So just quickly, how do you do that? I mean, as far as with meditation, how do you use the color?
Well, it's actually something that I learned from Anna Holden, who's an intuitive healer. Mm-hmm. And she does this meditation where you connect with both the earth and the sky. Mm-hmm. And so you're imagining different colors coming into your body from both the grounding earth and the celestial sky.
Oh, interesting. I understand that. So when you're closing your eyes, you may be feeling red coming in. You might feeling or using those colors.
Right.
Within. Oh, I love that. Yeah. I do a lot of meditation, and I've actually worked with Anna a little bit too. So I find it very interesting. So, but I just find colors so fascinating about and how it makes us feel and what we do. And I guess I would just encourage people to try color.
Absolutely.
And break out, because it really does change your emotions and your feelings. I also know that, when people are going to work, they can only have to wear more subdued colors, and, and then maybe when they're in the evenings, they get a little bit more exciting. And I think that's a way to play with color. And I just think it's really cool to be aware.
Absolutely.
So Heather, tell me, if you were a color, what color would you be?
I think it really depends on the day that you ask me this question.
Okay, well, I'm asking you today.
But more often than not, I would probably choose green. And it's because green is really associated with growth. Mm-hmm. And I think for the past 10, 15 years or so, my life has been full of growth, whether it's personal or professional, becoming more active and like physically to become more healthy, professional, starting my own business and trying to figure all that out. It has been full of growth. And I've really, although it's been maybe rough in some little parts.
It always is, but it's always up, it's always down, but that's how we grow, right?
Absolutely. And change, and so that's why green really speaks to me, because of the growth and the change that has happened within my life.
And I think mine's just much more simple. Mine's red, because I love energy. I love bright colors. I love things, but I also love going to spas, which I can totally just deflate and be soothing. And they have these nice soothing colors. And I'm aware of these colors now and why they do what they do in certain places.
Absolutely.
I think in Nordstrom's, because I used to be in the retail industry, You know, Nordstrom's used to put stuff right around the elevators or the escalators.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever notice, they do dabble and they put different colors. The colors draw people.
Right, they certainly do.
Yeah,
certainly.
So it's amazing what color really does for people. So, well, I've been excited talking to you. So do you have a last thing that you might want to tell the people that are watching this? Maybe some last final words on color that you might have to tell people?
Sure. Well, I think that I really encourage people to experiment, whether it's with what they're wearing, with their accessories, with their wall color. I think that it's so easy to keep the status quo and say that that's not for me or somebody else can do that. But really, it's so freeing and liberating and growth producing when we get a little bit uncomfortable and change something in our lives and try something new. So I would say pick a color that speaks to you. It doesn't matter what color it is. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you happy, if you feel more courageous wearing it, take it on and either put it on or put it on a wall that's near you. I think that would be my last piece of advice.
Okay, because I'm going to agree with you on that. On this last note is just really embrace some change. Embrace the change, embrace the growth, embrace life, because it's not always easy, right?
Right, no.
But if we kind of embrace it and try and experiment with it, life can be really, really fabulous.
It can.
It totally can. So Heather, tell us where we can get a hold of you and what your website is. So tell us how we can get a hold of you.
So the best way to get a hold of me is to go to my website, which is heatherdownsjewelry.com. And if you go to the bottom of the page, there's a contact link. And so you can just send me a little note there. But also you can use my website as a resource. In the search bar, you can type a color that you're interested in finding more about. And of course, when you hit search, a tab will first open up that shows all the jewelry in that color, but right next to that tab says news and information. So click on that tab and you should be able to find the article that you want to read about a specific color.
And they can sign up for an email list too there?
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Great. We want to get everybody on your email list too so they can learn more and more about color, because I have bought some of Heather's jewelry and it's fabulous. I love it. She just
Thank you.
The most incredible jewelry. She's an incredible person, and I hope everybody will take the time and go check her out at heatherdownsjewelry.com. So anyway, it's been awesome having you. I really appreciate you coming on. And so that's going to be it today for In the Locker with Patricia Love at Life's Cheerleader. And we'll see you all, everybody later. We'll talk to you.
Thank you, Patricia.
Bye, Heather.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.